Hey guys, Flare and Pain here, hopping into a Rivals of Ixalan draft. Set just came out, so let's see what we can get ourselves into here. Alright, so we've got Talani Summoner. This is going to make a bunch of red 1/1s if you want to pay a bunch of mana, and you'll get to keep them if you've got 10 or more permanents. This thing can kind of help you get to the Blessing. Now, it's kind of powerful if you have a way to keep it alive when it attacks. Card's probably pretty good. Armor Source seems good too. Makes 1/1s when it gets hit, and it's 4/4/5. That card just seems very good to me. It's going to be one of those two for me. We could also take Luminous Bonds. It's pretty safe. I think the Armor Sword is quite a bit better, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to draft. I haven't drafted the set a bunch, so I'm gonna choose it. It's going to be easier to draft a deck around it, so that's what I'm going to do. We could also go all in on Merfolk right at the start and take the Misclotator. I guess it's actually good in the Pirates or the Merfolk deck, so it wouldn't be the worst. But that's too bad we didn't take it, because we could have taken Deadeye Brawler second, which we might still do. Let's look it over our pack here and see if we've got a good pick in our deck that we've already taken a card in. Really doesn't look like we do. This would probably be for a green-red deck. Maybe a green-white deck. Deadeye Brawler's really good. Squire's Devotion's a pretty good card. I think we're going to take the Deadeye Brawler here. Nice, powerful pirate. His two colors, but he's just very, very good, so I think we're going to grab him. Alright, so nothing terribly exciting. Crashing Tide's decent. We could take that. We could also take Dinosaur Hunter, which I think I'm inclined to take that over the Crashing Tide here. This card's not crazy good or anything. It's just a 2/2 for 2, but it also is a pirate, so you know that goes along a little bit better with our Deadeye Brawler than probably the Crashing Tide does. The Crashing Tide is still a decent card, though, even if you don't have Merfolk. We're going to go ahead and take the Dinosaur Hunter, I think, here. Not terribly excited about any of the cards here. Alright, so here's Riverwise Augur. This one lets you brainstorm when you play it. It's not a bad card. It's not a great card either. World Shaper is decent. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Helps ramp you up kind of, but it's pretty strange. Waterknot is a solid card. I think we're going to take Waterknot here. Yeah, Waterknot seems like the pick to me. Alright, so the Deadeye Raghauler is pretty sweet, but we do need some cheaper guys, and the Kitesail Corsair is really nice, being able to just turn on your raid. We also have a second Armor Soar and a Hunt the Weak. But we've kind of started going to this blue-black here, and I think I'd rather stay that direction than grab this Armor Soar here. Although this is a pretty late Hunt the Weak, so it's not totally clear, but this Kitesail Corsair also shouldn't be going 5th either. I think I'm going to take him. Oh man, another Hunt the Weak. If we'd have known that, well, we didn't. Alright, so looking at this one, we could take an Amulet, or we could also take Evolving Wilds, or the Highland Lake, which might allow us to splash a red card, which we might want to since we're looking like pirates, but I think we're just going to take the Evolving Wilds. There's an argument for Soul of the Rapids or Negate as well here, but I like taking the Evolving Wilds, I think. Oh, sweet. Siren Reaver is a nice pirate to get here. 3/2 flyer for 3 if you attack this turn. Sea Legs is also a pretty good combat trick in the pirate deck. So this deck doesn't look too bad. It looks like a decent start here. This card quite a bit. This is a really nice payoff. Three power flying for 3 mana is absurd. So the hope is you play the Corsair on 2, into the Reaver on 3, and then they're going to be in a situation where they have to kill those creatures or they're going to lose the game. It's going to be really hard to outrace that. Okay. Here we've got a couple options. We've got negate for the board. We got the woodland stream if we wanted it, so we'd have the opportunity to splash green, which maybe we'd want. Soul of the Rapids if we want it. The Sworn Guardian if we want to try to slow things down. We might want him for the sideboard. I think I'm going to take the Recover here. Just because it's the kind of card that I'd rather play of these. Alright, I think this is the pack we opened originally. And we got our Mistcloaked Herald back. So I think we're going to take that. It's going to be fine in our deck here, which, you know, looks like we're going to hopefully have some cards that care about Ray. We've already got one that's a pretty big payoff for us. Even though this guy is not a pirate, he does allow you to raid essentially every turn. So, that's a powerful thing about him. Alright, so we could take the Search for the Golden City, but I think I'd rather just have another pirate. Another random dino upside. It'd be fun to play against dinosaurs and just run a bunch of these guys out and just have them eat them up just for no reason. Pretty funny. Alright, we definitely don't need the ramp, I don't think. We're probably not going to play Dark Inquiry either, but we might. Is there a chance that we're going to end up not playing one of these cards and we're going to want Strength of the Pack? I think it's pretty unlikely, but I think it's even less likely we're going to actually play that discard spell. Alright, so here we can take the Augur. I'm not super excited about the Augur. In fact, maybe we won't even take it. We'll just take the Dreadmaw. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, just in case. Since the Dreadmaw we'd probably play. Wow. They hate the Armosaur. This guy's good. Alright, Negate's not going to go in the main. So if we decide we want to build green ramp, there it is. Man. I think this card's very good. Doesn't seem like a lot of downside here. Just seems like all upside. And the Colossal Dreadmaw's fine. He's not great, but he's fine. This card seems particularly good if you get a few Saprolinks first. Alright. Let's look at this sword too to make sure we're not missing out. We can play an extra land. Can't attack or block without the city's blessing, huh? It's a pretty big drawback. So we've got an Impale here. We could take the Impale. We could also just take another Corsair. I might be inclined to do that, actually. It's pretty close. Right now we have only one removal spell. We've got a bunch of dudes. The Corsair gives us the possibility for that really, really awesome start, though. Yeah, I know the Impale's quite a bit better, but I think I'm going to take the Corsair anyways. Both of you draw an extra card every turn. Not great. I think we're going to take the Grasping Scoundrel. We're going to try to get as low to the ground as we can. Actually get underneath some of these other decks, hopefully. I'm not actually sure that's a strategy that's going to be really well supported in this format, just because all of the tribes seem fairly aggressive, so maybe you can't really get underneath them. But that's one of the reasons I want some of these guys that have evasion, Alright, what's this do? Lets you go get a card. Lame. Makes 2 1/1s, not exciting. Water Knot's a good card. Gruesome Fate is awful. Just never play it. Never ever. Alright, so we got the Voracious Vampire, who is pretty good. Menace for 3. We've got the Dead Rig Hauler, which is what we're going to take. Got Dinosaur Hunter, we got Fathom Fleet Boarder, he looks good. I think it's going to be the Boarder for us. Got another Boarder and a Scoundrel. I think I'd rather have the Boarder. Could also take another Deadeye Rig Hauler. He might be just... It might be devastating to have 2 of those, actually. We probably need more 3-drops than 4-drops, so maybe I'll just take another Boarder. I wish I could have all 3 of these cards. All 3 of these pirates, but I guess we'll just take the Fathom Fleet Boarder. I do like the idea of chaining haulers into each other. Seems pretty powerful to just, you know, be able to bounce their creature a couple turns in a row. Combine that with the fact that you're water knotting their guys. Alright, so we got a Moment of Craving here. River Darter's fine, it's not good, but it's okay. It's funny, so we have a 2/2. That thing seems dumb. I'm gonna take this Moment of Craving here. So just some removal. Still don't have a ton of removal, just the 2 Water Knots and the Moment. But the Deadeye Rig Hauler is actually going to be pretty powerful in here. We might should have taken another one of those over the Fathom Fleet Boarder. It's just the thing is, you want more 3-drops than 4s for sure. And I didn't want to get so high on the 4s there. Now this is a good pack again. For us, we could take another Moment of Craving. We could take Sea Legs, another Grasping Scoundrel. Some options there. I think, man, this is actually pretty tough. I'm not sure. It's one of these 3 cards, but it's almost, this card's very good too. Could think about splashing that, but I think I'd rather take one of these other cards. It's totally on color. Sea Legs is good. We're not going to get to see any of these again. I think we're going to go with the Moment of Craving. Let's go really aggressive. Let's take this little baby pirate. And another 1-drop. We could take the Evolving Wilds here. This is going to be 16 cards. No, let's take the Mistcloaked Herald. Well, let's think about that for a second. Are we going to play 3 1-drops? Is that going to be our plan? 4 1-drops? Let's just take the Evolving Wilds. We may decide we want to splash that red. Alright, so right now, Spirewinder would probably make our deck. So we'll go ahead and take that. We're not going to play the rest of these cards, and we're not going to switch into green now, but we could take the Woodland Stream. It's not impossible. We would try to splash something. We're not going to full switch into green, so we don't need that ramp card. This looks like a pretty decent draft so far. Pretty low to the ground. Man alive. Dinosaurs is pretty wide open. Here's a sideboard card in the Sworn Guardian. I don't think we're going to take the Secrets of the Golden City, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Augur, not impossible, but probably not. Alright, let's see what else we're looking at here. We got a Deadeye Plunderers. We can probably play that if we want to. Tempest Caller looks pretty sweet here. Siren Lookout might be the grab for us. March of the Drowned's a good card in our deck too, but I think I like the Siren Lookout. Tempest Caller is pretty strong in here probably, but we do have some evasion built into our guys. I think I'm going to take the Siren Lookout. The less exciting Chupacabra is in here for us. Skittering Heartstopper's not horrible. Just 2 raid cards for us, so that's not too much of a payoff. We could take the Pious Interdiction, which would be splashing. We're not exploring, are we, with the exception of just the Siren Lookout? No exploring to be seen. Alright, I guess we could take the cancel, though I don't know that we really want to be on that plan. Yeah, let's take the cancel. We can probably get, you know, counter something after they've committed a little bit, although we could just take the Pious. Let's just take the cancel. I'm not sure on that one. Depths is pretty good. Pirate's Cutlass, that's what we want. We've got all pirates, basically. Shipwreck Looter's pretty good. Running around's fine. Depths of Desire's good, so... But Pirate's Cutlass is going to be solid in here with all of our pirates. Got another Cutlass. We're probably going to have to take that, too. Cutlass is just really strong in this deck, so probably got to take both of them. We could take a Mark. Mark will be good in this deck, too, but... The Cutlass is just going to be kind of devastating to play against with our, you know, full suite of pirates here. All right, we got a 1-drop pirate here that can fly. We're going to take that. Really don't have a lot of raid. And noticing quite a few Territorial Hammer Skulls running around. It's a little bit disconcerting. There's nothing for us in this pack. Yeah, nothing at all. Anointed Deacon is not a card that I think we can play in here. We don't really have vampires to go with it. I don't think we have any. So just be a 5/3 on the attack. We're not going to play that. We're not going to play any of this stuff, though. Take the Brainstorm guy if we wanted to play him, that'd be fine. Probably want 2 more playables. 37 cards have been drafted, which means there's 8 cards left, so we need to find 2 playables in there. Maybe 3, probably just 2. Siren's Roost should be pretty sweet. Also the Direfleet Hoarder, both of those are good. So what could we really abuse with Ruse? Siren Lookout's good with it. And that's really it. We get to draw a card, but we don't get to really abuse it. I think I'm just going to take the Hoarder, just have another 2-drop. The Ruse is a good card. Oh man. Tempest Caller made it back. That's what we're going to be taking here. Kind of surprised that got back to us. It's a powerful card in this deck. And we really don't have a way to deal with drawing way too much land. So we may want to play 15. We could easily play 16 here, maybe even 15. Yeah, I'm looking at how our curve is looking. I'm feeling pretty good about taking that border over the Rig Hauler, even though the Rig Hauler is a good bit stronger in our deck. Probably not boarding out of our black, but I guess it's not impossible that we board into blue-green, so let's keep ourselves set up for that since none of those cards were too exciting. I don't think we want to play that prying blade or whatever, scrying blade or whatever it's called. 2 Pirates Cutlass is enough equipment. So all these guys, with the exception of this guy here, Shipwreck Looter, probably we could take Run Aground. We've got Moment of Craving, 2 Water Knots, and a Cancel. Yeah, I think I'd just rather have the Shipwreck Looter than the Run Aground, I think. You know, actually, maybe I would rather have the Run Aground. Let's take the Run Aground. And then we can cut 1 card, like maybe the Cancel or the Recover. And then maybe we can run with this. This doesn't look bad. I don't know if we're going to be able to 3-0 with it. Prosperous Pirates we're probably not going to play. It's a little more expensive than the rest of our curve. Definitely not going to play this stupid non-creature type thing. Stupid Brontodon. Alright. So the question is, do we want to play this with 15 lands? Probably not, right? And we could. We could do it anyways. We've got the Evolving Wilds. In case we're feeling froggy. $16 would probably be better though. And I guess if we were going to play 16, we might cut like Spirewinder maybe? Yeah, let's cut the Spirewinder. Let's see what that looks like. So there's our creatures and our spells. The Run Aground goes kind of nicely with the Cancel. I think this looks okay. It's going to be close to 50-50. More blue. Yeah, I don't think I'm okay with more blue. We just have more black cards in the early game, it feels like. Yeah. I'm just going to have to go with an even split there. Alright, let's see how this thing does.